no, I know it's red, I know it's amber, I know it's green, but they're that color for that reason though, because of colorblind people. If there was all the same shade of red, then it'd be useless. You know what I'm saying? Like you're talking about the position, right? Like
Yeah, as a counterpoint to you
what?
saying you shouldn't be able to drive because you're colorblind.
Yeah, but I can't drive anyway. I think we demonstrated that. When I flipped.
All right, well, how tall are you?
5'11". Oh,
5'11"?
5'11".
Let me just take a look here.
I think I'm 5'11". That's on my dating
5'11" on like a good day?
No, on every day. Every day's 5'11". On a good day, I'm like 6'2". But if my missus asks you, I'm 6 foot, yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna make sure to get the 6 foot line on this photo, and there's gonna be a lot of empty space between 6 foot and the top of your head.
What do you mean? Yeah, it's not about a meter difference, no?
I don't fucking know.
What's a meter?
You're the one who brought it up.
5 foot. Yeah, but I do inches, innit? Because it's like foot and inches, not meters. Like what's meter? Like meters is like 1.6 something, right? Or like 1.67.
I don't know.
I don't understand.
I don't know.
The American logic.
Though, I am gonna need some justification to not skew your height here, because right now this is giving 4'6", maybe 4'9" at most.
No, I'm not 4 foot. You're lying.
Well, this photo says otherwise, and it will be on your profile.
Stand next to us.
No.
The same height, so you like 4 foot as well.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, camera tricks, bud. Camera tricks.
Nah, no camera tricks. You photoshopped it on that computer there.
Oh.
You did. You just photoshopped it.
Oh, you're under 5 foot, bud.
No, I'm not. I'm 5'11". You're just trying to make me out to be a bad person being 4 foot.
Well, being short doesn't make you bad.
Yeah, but it makes you short. I'm not short.
Well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't make this argument with you, considering cop equals bad, you know?
Yeah, cop equals bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cop equals bad times the amount of stripes on the shirt. Right? I think that's a good equation.
So you're
like
twice as bad?
No, like bad. So like cops are bad, and then you're bad.
So if cops are bad, I'm bad, therefore I'm twice as bad.
Yeah, but like sometimes it can cancel it out, right? So if you're bad, you could be good. Yeah, I think that's how it works. Not quite sure. Are you bad?
Did you take your Adderall this morning?
No.
I can tell.
Adderall.
You can even stop yourself from laughing saying that.
Because you put me in a box with a light and a camera, and then you're trying to take me out on 4 foot. I'm not 4 foot.
You keep telling yourself that.
I'm like 5'11".
If you say so.
11's important.
We are.
Why is it all gone? Oh no.
Well, I'm just saying. You know what they say about people who try to like justify every inch.
Where's the cell gone at the back? I can't see it.
Oh.
Thank you.
Back to what I was saying. You know what they say about people who try to justify every inch, right?
No. Do you want to care to explain?
No. I'll pass on that.
What, like I don't understand.
There's not much to understand.
Can you stop going through my back pocket, please?
Well, do you not want the knuckle dusters back?
Oh yeah, I kind of. Yeah.
Okay, so you're giving like very conflicting things here.
Your hand just felt cold.
I
don't know why your hands are cold.
I don't know. I must be just cold-hearted.
No,
but again,
no, you're right.
Your radio and your lockpick are being seized. Okay.
Under what? Under what?
Do you not remember the conversation we had before?
No, not really. Why is there smoke everywhere?
I'll explain. Well, not the smoke, but I'll explain the lockpick and the radio being seized. The radio being seized on the basis that, yeah. Though I do need to seize your possessions will be placed in a bag, handed off to DOC. Return to your
What
person
is-
once you're released from prison.
I'm going prison?
Absolutely.
Why am I going prison for?
There we go. Because you committed crimes.
I didn't commit any crime. You think I committed a crime?
Let me try to put this into perspective for you. The owner of the car you were driving lives with me.
It does?
Yeah, they do.
Wait, who's the owner?
Well, you should know the owner. You said you did.
I don't know the owner. I didn't rob. I personally didn't rob the car.
But you told
who's
me
the
a friend
owner?
gave it to you.
Yeah, but like we could have been friends. That's what I'm trying to say. But who was it? I did ask Mr. Huntley, can I find out whose car it was? Because I was gonna you know, try and contact them and then say I kind of got your car and I couldn't give it back, kind of could get a reward because I'm broke.
The owner of the vehicle is Barrick Johnson, a judge.
Heck.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Well, I
This
was
is-
like, I was gonna say to Mr. Huntley, is there any way to like, you know, find out through courthouse records? He goes, no, you got to get a cop to scan it. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea, that. And then, yeah. But I think even if you would have scanned it anyway, you would have nicked me for it, wouldn't you? Like if I said to you, oh, whose car is this? And you scanned it, and it was like not me.
Okay, so for context, I should probably put this into further perspective.
Yeah, of course.
If you lockpick a vehicle,
I didn't
and
lockpick a vehicle. I can't lockpick a vehicle. But
you
anyway.
had a lockpick.
Yeah, but I didn't lockpick it. It's 100, right? I didn't use it. Anyway, that's beside the point.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't lock the pick. I can't lock
Point
the
being-
vehicle. There's too much colours in that thing.
The vehicle was reported stolen.
Yeah, I understand that bit.
Uh-huh. So now, to be clear, I didn't know this at the very beginning of the traffic stop. The reason for the traffic stop was because of the way you were driving. You were facing opposing lanes. You were in between multiple lanes.
Yeah.
I understand you were talking, but there's no exception in the penal code for you can drive wherever you please if it means you're talking to a friend, right?
Yeah, but I wasn't moving. The car was off. I was
It
talking.
doesn't, that literally doesn't matter.
Yeah, but like I've seen cops like drive horrendously and kill locals. I don't get arrested for it. How come I'm?
And here's the reality of the situation.
I was just.
You
chilling
then
and I get nicked for it.
immediately, very quickly into our conversation, started giving me attitude.
Yeah, because I don't like you. Well, I didn't like
Correct.
you. You're alright now, but.
And if you're going to treat me like that, why do I have any incentive to provide you any leniency?
I don't know. Isn't that your job?
No, my job is not to provide leniency to people.
I thought it was.
No. Mm-mm.
Oh.
Nope. But what I can tell you,
to serve and protect, right?
uh,
Something like
to protect and serve.
something like
I mean, technically, the thing written on like the walls and stuff says "obey and survive," but that's
that.
neither
I
here nor
can't-
there.
I can't. I think we've been through this. I can't read.
Right. Back to what I was saying.
Go on.
Your encounters with the police, if you continue down this path
I
of,
think they've been really good. If you read what's on my file, I think they've been really good. I'll be real. I think you'd be very shocked. I think you're gonna be really shocked.
there's nothing here, and the only thing on your
No.
record are
I've got
possession
a
of
lot of-
illegal things, the robbery of things, gang-related shootings, drug-related stuff,
No.
and one count of reckless evading. It's literally 90% of all of your charges are violent felonies, possession charges, and the last percentage is a reckless evading charge.
Wait. What's the no? That reckless evading one. No, that's because apparently I shot a cop. Well, I didn't know. That's Lucas Miller's one, right?
Couldn't tell you. I'm only looking at a list of charges, none of the context.
Oh, you should
So,
read the
for-
context. I'm really nice to people. I am. I'm actually doing your work for you, shooting people. I was. I'm going to be in prison now, but
Yeah, I don't know. There's a tag on your profile that says vibe check failed.
wait, what?
Yeah.
From who?
Yep. You're tagged as Saints,
Yeah, but
having DNA on file, and vibe check failed.
but what's the vibe check for?
Again,
I'm
there's
not
no
part of the
context
Saints, I'm not
behind the
part of it.
tags.
Wait, you can't see who wrote it.
No, it
Oh,
sort of just appears, you know.
vibe check failed. No, I think he shouted that to me actually. Oh, it's Perry. Was it
Perry
Perry?
said that to you?
I think so. And he danced in the room, and then I got sent off to prison. He did
My
like the
goodness. So,
yeah.
Kane, let's just go over this because these are your charges. 2 counts gang-related shooting, 3 counts criminal possession of a firearm class 1.
What? Is what getting charged with right now?
No. I'm just letting you know your criminal history.
Okay.
Robbery of a high-security institution, 4 counts attempted murder of government employee, 6 counts accomplice to attempted murder of government employee, possession of a tampered firearm, 2 counts possession of pharmaceutical drug without a prescription, 1 count possession of firearm components and attachments, 1 count robbery of a security firm, 1 count criminal possession of a firearm class 2, 1 count first-degree possession of a Schedule 3 drug, 1 count misdemeanor possession of thermal devices, and 1 count reckless evading.
So I
Literally
went from a
every
really
one of
top
those
criminal to a really bottom one stealing a car. Is that what you're trying to say to me?
Yeah, believe it or not, this is based upon what I'm seeing here. This is one of the few circumstances in which there wasn't a violent felony related thing or possession.
I've got no gun. Yeah, nothing.
Now, why were you claiming to have a class 2?
I wasn't.
What do you mean?
Huh?
I was told that you were claiming you had a class 2.
I didn't claim at all. I might have said along the lines, I wish I had a class 2.
Oh, because then you would have gotten violent?
Class 2. Yeah, exactly. That's violent. I'm not violent.
Now, why would you be getting violent over what originally stemmed from a traffic stop?
I wasn't getting violent though.
Well, yeah, but if you were saying, I wish I had a class 2.
I just wish I had a class 2. Like I said, I was talking on the radio with my friends about my day, and that just came up in the conversation. Is that not allowed? Can't I speak about
wanting a class 2 while being chased by police who you
why
hate?
not? Like I said, I was no. I like the guy who was chasing me. I've known him for a while. I think it was Fuller. I think 100% was Fuller actually. Me and Fuller can get. I think we get along with each other.
Who?
Fuller. Don't know who Fuller is?
No.
Oh, he's a deputy. I think.
No.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
I'm not wrong. What is he then?
There was no one by that name there.
Yeah, he is.
No?
What, Fuller? There definitely is.
I mean, if you say so.
I mean, I don't know why. I know I'm right, and you're wrong. You should go check who's on duty.
Well, if you say again, if you say so. Let me just go ahead and let me just get your charges
Why?
written
Because
up
I literally spoke to him the other day. Sorry, I might have to rephrase it. The posh fuck.
The what?
Do you know the posh guy? The posh Tory fucker? The British one?
There's a lot of British ones.
There isn't. I don't think I met another British beast.
I don't know how you can so consistently be wrong.
Oh, me neither.
Let's see. Reckless evading, resisting, joyriding. Operating a motor vehicle without proper identification. Improper window tint. Let me just take a look here. All right. What to do? I mean, I'll leave it at the current list of charges. So right now you're looking at reckless evading, resisting arrest, joyriding, operating motor vehicle without proper identification, and improper window tint. So, Kane, prior to any reductions, you're looking at 45 months, a $7,750 fine, and 6 points on your license.
So I get more for shooting PD people?
Huh?
I get more time for shooting PD and robbing things than I do for a foot chase and stealing a car. That is crazy. That is actually crazy. So I got 70 months. So I got 70. No, I got 50 months for being in a shootout, right? But I get 45 for robbing a car. Is that what you're trying to say to me?
No. I think you sort of intentionally skewed the details here.
Well, I got 50 months last time I got arrested.
Okay. Now, was that prior? Right? Was that prior to any reductions in time?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. Let's take a look.
That's what they said to me. I think.
Let's take a look. Kane Sullivan. How long ago was this?
Yesterday.
Was it the last time you got arrested?
Yeah. It was like 50 odd. I got, or 45 or something.
Yeah, your original time was 100 months.
Oh, I didn't tell me that. Did you plead guilty or not guilty?
You pled guilty.
Oh, okay.
So again, for context, now the other not tricky thing, but a common theme amongst gang-related shooting is that if people plead guilty, we can reduce time. Additionally, at officer discretion, we can take a percentage of time off for that. But additionally, we can take into account time served, which is also officer discretion.
Of course.
And these large-scale gang-related shooting situations typically take a very long time to process because
but they hardly do the time. They hardly do the time because every time I got gang-related shootout, they've never reduced the time because of time served or being in hospital or whatever.
So the way it's written in legislation is if you are in custody for more than 20 minutes, we are not required, but we can take into account, in addition to a guilty plea, percentage of time off.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because I got arrested for I was in the custody like an hour. And I still got the fucking, whatever it was, the 40.
Yeah, but you're telling me you only got, what, 50 months?
Yeah, was it 50?
Uh-huh.
Something like that.
Now, if...
And it was at 100, and I plead guilty, and then I got 50.
So guilty would imply, would allow you up to a 25% off. So you're down to 75.
Yeah.
You got 50, you got an additional 25 months off.
Yeah, because those are nice.
Who was processing you?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Was it Aspen?
I don't know who that is.
She's the sheriff.
Maybe. Was it Aspen? I think it. No, it was Ventura. Because Ventura patted me down and was like bullying me because I was wearing town. Then Mike was being Mike.
I think it was Ventura. Well, to answer your question, you're not realistically looking at 45 months in the event of a guilty plea plus time served. So,
okay.
If I take into account time served, now obviously it's officer discretion. I'm still looking for how I'm incentivized to provide you time off if all cops equal bad.
All cops equal bad unless they prove themselves. It's like being guilty, right?
No, it's very much so like that.
Oh, but in my mind, it's like that,
Well, I think you'd live a much better life if you had the opposite mentality, where if you had reason to think that somebody was bad based upon how they treated you.
Yeah, because all cops try and shoot me. That's why cops equal bad. Yeah. And then cops equals bad plus stripes because they have the authority to go shoot him or don't shoot him.
No, that's very flawed.
That beep sounds really bad.
No, it's fine.
Okay. But I don't know. Like, what do you want to know?
I'm not looking to know anything. I'm just letting you know that you would have a much better encounter with police if you didn't immediately give them attitude and treat them like shit for the sole basis of them being a police officer.
I don't. Every time I
then.
got arrested, I've been really nice with the police. Every time I speak to the police, I'm really nice. Apart from today, because yeah, today's today. It was raining. Don't like the rain. But I'm really nice to the police.
Right.
Like
Right. I can't really back that up in my first encounter with you, Mr. Sullivan.
No, you can't. But your
and then you
can.
justified that on the basis that all cops equal bad.
All cops are bad.
No.
That's like saying all crims are bad. All crims are bad.
No.
Yes.
No. Remember how I said I have friends who are criminals?
Yeah, they're probably bad in their spare time. They might just like
okay,
it,
okay, but my treatment to to them as people is solely dependent on how they treat me.
And how did they treat you? Did they give you like flowers every day?
No, you don't need to give me flowers, but I don't need attitude on the most basic of traffic stops.
But I knew it wasn't basic because I knew what I did, right? So maybe that's where the aggression came from.
Even if you knew. Okay, here's the reality of the situation, right? You don't know me.
Nope.
But had you stepped out of that car and surrendered the vehicle?
I would have got arrested anyway.
No.
What do you mean?
You think you would have gotten arrested. You think you would have gotten arrested. But guess what?
I stole a car.
It doesn't matter. We have selective enforcement. It means I don't have to charge everybody with everything every time.
Oh, I thought you did. I thought that's
no. Now here's the thing. Does that mean that every officer is going to operate that way? No.
No.
Truthfully, Sawyer was there, and if Sawyer was the primary person, he probably would have arrested you regardless of the circumstances, right?
Yeah, because it's Sawyer.
But here's the thing. You did not allow me the opportunity to even get to that point. Why? Yeah. Because in your mind, all cops equal bad.
All cops are bad. Unless proven
guilty. We're back at square one.
No, we're not back at square one.
No, we're back at square one.
No, we're not.
We are.
How are we back at square one?
Because if you're starting with that mindset, that you are expecting things to go poorly, which means you are going to think the worst in people, which means you are going to do things and not make any sort of concessions to make the other side think that you're okay to sort of let off with a warning.
Yeah, but I should be left with a warning though. This is the first time I've ever committed that sort of crime, right?
It's the first time you've ever committed a lesser crime than all of your other crimes? That's not really justification.
So that makes it better.
No, because I couldn't even identify you. You didn't have ID.
No, I don't have ID because I can't buy ID.
You can. No, you can buy it with cash. We've already had this conversation. It's $50 if you pay with your bank card. It's $100 if you pay cash.
But now I've got no money because you took it.
No, the money is going to stay in your pocket and you're going to remain in debt outside of that.
No, I'm not. No, because you're going to help me.
How am I going to help you?
You're going to give me a job and you're going to make me reform as a nice person. You're going to teach me qualities of being a nice person.
That's not my job.
Then whose job is it?
Department of Corrections, I guess, to attempt to assist you reform or assist you in reforming.
Yeah, but they do. I cook food on that and they give me time off.
I think you don't do that by choice. I think you do that out of necessity. Because, again, in my first encounter with you ever, there was just immediate attitude from the very start. And the person you were talking to, by the way, knows me very well.
What?
The one that was in the... No, the one that was in the...
He was in the passenger seat.
No. I'm talking about the car you were speaking to. Was it an Elegy?
The one in the tank of the car?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was someone else, I'll be real. Until I started speaking.
There's no way you thought it was someone else.
Yep.
She's the only one who drives that car in that color.
No?
Yes.
No?
Who else in the Saints has a fucking Elegy exactly like that?
Oh. I don't know.
Exactly. It's just her. She worked alongside me for many years and knows how I operate. You work with me.
She's a cop.
She used to be a cop.
What?
You work with me. I work with you, right?
I don't want to work with you.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine.
I'm telling
you, listen, I don't need you to work with me. I'm telling you how I operate.
Okay.
If you work with me, I work with you, right? If you make a concession, I'll make a concession. If you give me attitude, expect me not to back down in any capacity.
I don't know what concession means.
To give something up, essentially.
So it is a teaching lesson.
Not in the way that you're looking for. I'm not teaching you how to fucking live life and treat others with respect. I'm telling you, if you treat me with respect and not a certain way just because I'm a cop, you're going to be treated differently in a much better way than had you just treated me like shit like you did in this time.
I don't think I treat you like shit. I think I treated you with like all right for me.
Well, I think that's pretty telling of you as a person.
Is it because I'm monk? Is that why?
No, it's because your default.
I'm deep. What the fuck?
No, it's default. Because your. Let me finish my fucking statement. It's your default setting is like being a mouthy cunt the whole time.
I'm not mouthy.
You literally haven't shut up.
Yeah, because I like sounding my own voice. I like talking.
I can tell. Yep. I can tell.
Is that a problem, officer?
No, that's not exactly a problem. Though it is.
Sometimes I say the wrong stuff and I
mouthy,
myself.
Not that bad. Being a mouthy cunt, that's bad.
No, I know you can't use my word against myself. But I copyright that word. That word's mine.
I'll be $40. I think you think it's yours, but it's not.
It is mine.
No.
$40, please.
I'm not. No.
Please.
No.
How am I going to buy food? Wait, how much is my fine?
It is $7,750.
Oh, I thought you expect me to afford that.
You said you had a few $1,000s on you.
Oh, free.
Free?
Yeah. So once I pay that bill off, I can't. Well, first of all, I can't pay the bill, so I can't feed myself. And then,
well, you have cash.
Me to live. But I have $3,000, right? So how would you expect me to live? If you're finding me $7,500,
considering sanitation workers can make upwards of $10,000 an hour.
Yeah, but don't you need like 2 people for that?
Surely you have friends.
This is an invitation. I don't have any friends. This is an invitation. You want to come do Sunny with me, right?
You have no friends?
No. Why do I have friends? Do you know how hard it is to make friends? You gotta be nice to people. You think I can be nice?
Yeah. I mean, that's on you, bud. I mean, ultimately, we're going in circles here, but... I need to know if you're pleading guilty to the charges of reckless evading, resisting arrest, joyriding, operating motor vehicle without proper identification, and improper window tint.
Some of them are not really... No. Let's go back to this. So it was the judge's vehicle who has illegal window tint on his car. Are you going to charge him for it?
No, the driver at the time is the one who cops the charge.
Okay, so if I see him
if he put a gun in the car and it was in the glove box when, while you were driving it, you get the possession charge, not them.
Okay, so if I see him driving it and I make a 311, right?
Yep, if there's no exception, he would get the citation.
Will he get a ticket? Okay. So
well, actually, the big asterisk, it depends, because remember, we have selective enforcement. It could just be a warning, which is what I would have offered you had you have complied on the traffic stop, but you didn't.
I complied. I pulled over.
Did we forget the part where you said you had ID and then flipped me off and then drove off?
I forgot about that one. That was my ID.
Okay. To each their own, Mr. Sullivan.
Okay.
Which charges here do you have an issue with?
The window tint one, because it wasn't my vehicle.
You were still driving it.
It's not my problem. Still not my problem. I don't go up to cars and steal them and go, oh, this is a window tint, so I'm not going to steal it. You know what I mean? The reckless evading. I think you was more reckless than I was. Oh, sorry, Sawyer was more reckless than I was. I was trying to drive at appropriate speed for the conditions.
More reckless does not result in you getting a reduction.
I don't think I resisted. No one told me to stop. I just ran because I was scared. I forgot the other charge. There's only one more in there as well. Or like 2 or 3.
Okay, so resisting arrest just it doesn't mean
I don't
like.
think I resisted.
But you did. You ran on foot.
Yeah, but no one told me to stop running.
That was implied when you were being pulled over. You fled from the detainment on a vehicle, and then when you fled on foot, it was a continuation of that, which then introduces the resisting arrest charge.
I don't think I was ever arrested.
No, you.
I don't think I
Really?
was detained
So if I
either.
walk away right now, what are you gonna do?
Get me in the window. Hey, you're supposed to not be looking.
Why would I not be looking?
I don't know. He said look away. If you give me back my lockpick, I can try on the lock. Oh, never mind. The lock's on the other side.
You're not getting the lockpick back.
I can bribe this guy to take the fall.
I don't understand you.
Can't I bribe you? No, man, I can't bribe you. That's a fact. That's a.
You can attempt, but bribery is a pretty hefty charge.
How much is bribery? Who's that cop over there? Hello. Hello there.
Hello.
Who is? Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
How's your day?
I'm good.
Shades on as well. You want us to have shades on?
I heard a lot of yapping back here. I was like,
Oh, a whole bunch of yapping.
No,
Oh,
be careful, here, sir.
Be careful.
Yeah, be
Oh,
careful,
Jeff,
why?
be
sir.
careful.
I might not like you.
He runs under the mindset of all cops are bad.
oh.
No, I like him. He's cool. I've talked to him before.
Hit you? Is that you or me?
I think he's
What,
talking to you.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
I talked to you in the food court before.
Let me
You're alright.
I'll speak on behalf of Jeff here.
Yep.
You weren't memorable, Mr. Sullivan.
I think I am.
Well,
Yes.
you keep thinking, but keep thinking.
Agree to disagree.
Sullivan.
Kane, but not spelled
No, not spelled like K. Nah.
Cain.
Yeah,
Oh,
bingo.
Kane. I thought you said Payne. I was like, I wouldn't take that last name.
Oh no, 100%. It's not his last name. It's the first name.
Yeah. It's,
Oh. Payne? Oh, Payne.
Oh, what? Kane.
no, Cain.
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 I met Elaine yesterday. Are you her?
No.
Oh.
Eh? No. Why? Wait,
I don't know,
where's
she was really nice, and she didn't think all cops were bad. She thought all cops were
Where's-
kind of cool, even though
where-
she shot at some EMS.
Wait. She shot at EMS.
That's besides the point.
What
I'm
the
out of here.
fuck?
Good luck,
I should-
Rhodes.
Have a good one. Yeah, I'll try.
I would never shoot at PD. I'm EMS. Sorry. I like EMS.
Yeah, you made a 180 real quick, considering you already have
Yeah.
attempted murder charges on your record.
What,
And
to
I'm
what,
gonna be
PD?
real. I genuinely think if you had a gun, you would have started blasting.
No, never.
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 No fucking shot. You're saying that.
I'm reformed.
You were just telling your
Not
friends on the
after-
radio. I wish I had a class 2.
No, I didn't say that.
That's what you said. You said.
No, I didn't. I said I was asked us. Yeah, it's one of them.
Remember when I said your time off is officer discretion,
Of course.
and how if you work with me, I work with you, but now you're just lying
Yeah.
straight to my face?
I'm not lying though.
Really? So what'd you say on radio?
I wish I had a class 2 right now.
Finally, some honesty, Kane.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wait, what's your name? Rhodes.
Yeah, Matt Rhodes.
Like RHODS, I guess.
Yeah, you
All
finally spelled something.
Yes. What do we get for that?
Nothing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you can't make me broke. I think that's unacceptable.
I'm not making you broke.
Well, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm finding
the-
you $7,750, which you can make
the
in under an
courts
hour
of-
doing sanitation.
Yeah, but I can't do sanitation. My Mosleys. I do Mosleys.
Okay, so then do Mosley's as a job.
Yeah, but it's like 200 quid, mate.
Okay, so then do sanitation.
Yeah, but I can't. I need friends.
Okay,
Unless
well,
you want to be my friend.
well, you know, if you
I
started
reckon we
treating
could be good
people a little
friends.
better, then you would probably have more friends. But you're in a gang, so how do you not have friends?
I'm not in a gang.
You were literally
I
shooting
fucking
alongside a
wish.
gang.
Yeah, but I'm not in a gang.
Are you not like fully blooded in? Is that the
I'm
issue?
Not, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not in a gang.
I don't believe you.
I don't in it. You ask anyone. I'm not about the gang. Can I have some churros,
No.
please?
No, I was hungry.
Pretty please.
No.
I'm quite hungry myself. No way. No way. No way. You're
Well, you said you were
slurping that.
hungry.
I'm both.
You're both?
Well, I'm more hungry. I'm just a little bit thirsty.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have any food for you.
Yeah, because you're eating it.
You think I was going to give you my tacos?
Yeah?
Or my second horchata? No, thank you.
God. Wait. Where'd you get it from?
The taco place.
Oh. You
Yeah.
can get stuff from there.
What the fuck did you think you would get there?
Tacos.
Then why was that a
Burritos?
question?
No, the other thing. You was eating like a burger. No, you was eating churros.
Yep, all of that come from the taco place.
Churros are like Mexican and not Japanese. But why? But you can get fucking tacos from a taco place. That makes no sense in my brain. Not a lot makes it. Not a lot makes sense in my brain.
Take your Adderall tomorrow and then reconsider what you're saying. No.
Please.
No.
I'm out of Tuckamore.
You must have been thinking real well that day. Whenever you took them all,
I was locked in that day.
You were locked in.
I was locked in.
You are not locked in today. Holy fuck.
Nope.
Mr. Sullivan.
Yes,
Listen, bud.
I think this is.
I'd be willing to remove the improper window tint.
Oh, thank you.
In exchange for a guilty plea.
That would make my day guilty.
All right, that does reduce the fine a tiny bit.
Okay. Is it more than the window tints are worth, by any chance?
Is it more than what?
Is it more than the window tints are worth?
I don't actually know how much the window tints cost, but
like
the window then it's less. The window tint charge is $500, but it also subjects your vehicle to being towed.
It does? Oh.
Yep. So if you have improper window tint, and it doesn't matter which window it is, by the way.
Any window?
Correct. So it doesn't matter. People have told me, well, you can see me through the fucking windshield. It doesn't matter. Don't matter. If I'm beside you, I should be able to see people inside. If I'm behind you, I should be able to see people inside. Is that in case
they reach for guns and stuff?
It is for the reasons of safety, yes.
Safety and that.
But being able to determine whether or not people are in a car, stuff like that.
Like lying down and, that shit.
Lying down would still be a little difficult. Like, to be clear, you can have tinted windows. It just can't prevent us from seeing inside the car completely.
So you got to see from like one side to the other, like kind of clearly.
Okay, so I don't really know how you meant that one side to the other clearly. I don't need to see out of the car from one side of the car. Like, I don't have to see someone on the other side of the second window. I should be able to see everyone inside the vehicle.
That's fine. Okay.
And again, there's no exception for having a clear windshield and overly tinted windows.
Of course.
All right, listen, I'm gonna get you fined in the amount of $7,220 or $7,250.
Before you send me that, I got something to do as well.
Yep. All right.
Before you send me down.
Hit me with it.
Love you.
Oh, I'm married, and you're not my type.
Even better, I love you more as another one.
Oh.
Mwah.
Oh, well.
You're getting close. Can I bite that thing?
No, you can't bite it.
Why?
No.
Please?
No.
Please?
Absolutely not.
Your name was Matt. I like Matt, so I go for Matt's. That's my type.
Oh. Well, Kane, I think
To all the PD. Mwah.
I think you have a lot to learn.
Can I get out now?
Huh? What?
No, nothing.
I'm just like.
Are you what?
I don't know. I feel like you're someone who's like codependent and you don't have
I am codependent.
Another person.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, every time I ask for, I try to like go up to people and ask, and they say no. I tried to ask for some guy's number, and he said no. It made me cry.
Well, you probably treat them like shit.
No, that was really nice. I was gonna give him tacos.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, cocaine.
No, I don't take cocaine, not anymore.
Oh. Yeah,
Nope,
it was just
that's
there was a
the old-
combination
that's the
of
old me.
codependent and cane, you know.
Cocaine. Do you reckon people can call me the cocaine? That's my new nickname.
No, probably not.
Oh, they're still gonna call me Pain. Kane the Pain.
Why would they do that?
Because I'm a pain.
And that's probably why you don't have friends
Fuck.
and
I
a
think
partner.
That's just me. No, I think I'm gonna get a partner.
You think?
Yeah. Wait, I'm married,
Well,
I think.
Kane,
No, I'm not.
I hate to break it to you. There are other fish in the sea, but bitch, hurry up because global warming gonna kill them all.
Fuck. All right, I'll come out of prison now. Start asking everyone.
Right.
Yep. I'll find that spark.
Mr. Kane, you're originally looking at 45 months. Given the
sir.
guilty plea and the time you've been in custody, I'm going to drop that to 5.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Maybe I'll let you walk.
Oh, even better.
Home from prison, though. 5 months.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah. You have any comments, questions, or concerns?
No. I'm gonna be nice to all officers, including the bad ones.
No. That's not what I'm asking you to do.
Well, but no. But
I'm just
I think my
saying give them the
restructure of my life-
opportunity to show
Well, I
the
think-
kind of person they are and don't jump to conclusions.
unless it's like Quangle, because he's
If you have a
all
specific
calm,
problem and reason to dislike someone, that's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna tell you, but like again, give them the opportunity, Kane.
yeah.
Because had you have done that today, it wouldn't have been an issue. I'm not kidding. Despite being in possession of a stolen car, you would have walked away. I would have told you you'd go straight to City Hall, purchase a new ID, and that would be it. I'd return the vehicle to its owner. But
Also,
then everything else happened.
Are they still running trials on plague people? Because I kind of got it still.
Oh, you have it.
Oh yeah, of course.
You haven't been cured?
Nope.
That's unfortunate.
Yep.
Very unfortunate, actually.
They're running trials.
Why would they run trials?
Someone said they're running trials the other day, and I kind of forgot to go.
I don't know. I think
Clinical trials.
a cure was provided, and they had no means of replicating it.
So who got is Chatterbox fine now? Or?
I couldn't tell you. That I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm
sir.
fine though.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Unfortunate. All right. Well, you stay safe. I'm gonna get you sent up for 5 months. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hmm. Hello.
The barrio?
Why is everyone? It's the only place, Craig. I finally had a place offered to me at not
Do you just hate
extortionate
money?
prices. Barrick, I
Like,
didn't.
You might as well just put your money
no,
in
Barrick,
the big pile in
Barrick,
the middle of the parking lot
Barrick,
and set it on fire.
Barrick, I don't know if Richard told you, but we got it for. I'm sorry.
Barrett.
No.
I'm
Listen,
not the judge.
I'm
Barrick.
sorry. I was writing a report and I just wrote his name. You can literally check. I'm sorry.
Not like cunt. It's Barrick.
I know, but
Like the best.
again, I fucked up because I was literally just writing his name because his car was stolen. Anyways, I'm not kidding. Like, if you reference the report, I literally just wrote that and I stopped my statement because you called.
I believe you, but the Barrio.
We got it
Rose,
for market price.
What do you think market price is?
$414.
$414,000. What did it just go up on the market or something?
No, it
Who'd you
was
buy it
I got it from Ventura, who got it from Cassidy, and I suspect it was a property that went up for sale during one of like the repossession things. But listen, at 414, we at least have somewhere to call home, you know?
It's not even. It's barely a home.
It's
not
actually
a home,
not.
it's an apartment.
Okay, it's not even that bad, Barrett. It's not that bad.
You don't even have a place to park your car.
You know, the public transportation's not that bad, Barrett.
It's like 4 blocks down the street. It's faster.
The
to walk
4
to the
blocks is
courthouse
not
than it
that
is to-
bad from a train station.
It's faster to walk to the courthouse to get
Probably, but Barrett, we have to pick and choose our battles. Beggars can't be choosers. Listen, it's an up and coming neighborhood. That's how it was.
No, no, roads. It's not. You know why I know it's not?
Why?
Open up your MDT.
I'm scared. It's open.
Go to profiles.
You're gonna tell me to look at Forehead's profile or something. Who am I looking for?
Nope. Profile number 8894. You think it's up and coming? It's been sitting there. That guy doesn't do shit with his property.
Oh, perfect. Well, let's find a reason to take him. Has he paid all his fees?
No, good luck. Good luck. He doesn't come around and spend any money in tax.
Okay, but Barrett, does he pay his fees?
90% of those properties aren't even pulling utilities. Yes, he pays his fees every fucking month. And yet,
even the utility
90%
ones?
of those 90% of those properties aren't even pulling utilities. He's spending like $100 a month on utility.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. The property market's in shambles. You're not up and coming when you got people fence sitting on fucking properties like that, not doing anything with them.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But, you know, it wasn't one of the corner lots that, like, are really tiny, you know? Because there is one that's really tiny right next to us. It's 2 floors. And we can just, you know, we'll do something. And then, if something better comes on the market, I'll buy that and I'll sell this for market.
You won't. It wouldn't be that bad. You know, honestly, the barrio wouldn't be that bad if they would just, if the state would hire a public valet to park in that central parking lot. And then the barrio would actually be amazing.
Not wrong, actually. I do think, like a public garage there would actually be really nice. I didn't realize that there wasn't one. Even Richard thought there was a garage to the northern side, like south of the cash exchange, that like little corner on Carson, Jamestown. But there's nothing. There's multiple places that a public parking garage would be like very fitting.
You know,
like
honestly,
the alleyway that runs.
Dab in the middle. Well, honestly, smack dab in the middle of the barrio where that parking lot is, with like the 9 or the 10 spaces, would be perfect because there's so many apartments there, and it'd be useful for that shit.
Yeah, it would. I feel like that'd be the new. Oh my God, Bear! Imagine there is a public garage there in the future. Think of all the people who'd store their 9s vans, and I'd be able to watch them inside.
Yeah. Do you not? You know, did I tell you about that, coming to the courthouse and doing that shit?
No, but considering the amount of shit I pick up at the courthouse, like parking lot, like the actual garage, rather, not the parking structure, I assume a lot of people park their fucking shit there.
Oh yeah, I'm not even kidding you. I brought Carmine over just as a joke to be like, hey Carmine, if you ever want to get a quick, easy raid, just sit here with a camera. He's like, why? And I was like, because like I swear 3/4 of the city has their 9s vans parked here. And while I was telling him that, somebody pulled up a 9s van and got into the back of it, and then pulled out a fucking crate of moonshine and jumped in the supercar and sped off. I was like, see, get a picture of that with your license plate, boom, easy raid.
Holy
He's like, what the fuck? He was like, you're not kidding. And then while he was walking away, another one pulled up and got out their 9s van as well. You can literally just sit there and watch people all day pull out their 9s van. There's a cool little ramp walkway that goes up towards the thing on the back. Hell, I've stood, there's like a bush back there with a tree. I've literally just stood.
Oh,
next
be
to the tree
careful.
where
People drop all their
highlighter
shit there
blue.
too.
Yeah, but I've literally just stood there in highlighter blue
like this
just like vest jacket, and people still don't even see me while I'm standing there with a camera pointing directly at them.
Cylinder heads and rental paperwork belonging to Faye Archer in the bush.
Yeah, I bet. Or wait, are you over there right now?
Yeah.
Here, watch this. Wait, is your car blocking this gate?
Don't worry, I'm gonna have Ari, there we go.
I'm here.
There we go. Local sanitation scooped it up.
You don't even have to be like camouflaged or gillied in this.
I didn't see you, by the way. Holy fuck. The buns? That was good. That was so...
I was there, I'm not even kidding you. I was there for an hour.
Holy fuck. Any good tea?
Just some people talking about needing to take a hostage, and they were like, no, don't take the person hostage that's serving food, because then the whole city will suffer. They're like, okay. I'm like, wow, what a nice people.
Someone with a conscience? Oh my god.
Yeah, but I'm not even kidding. You can literally stand here and just take pictures of people getting into their Nines vans and getting shit out of it. Sit here for like 10 minutes,
no one would ever check the second or third floor of the parking garage. No one would ever check that. And
yeah,
even if not that,
high.
you can.
It's
well, yeah,
I like
but
to come back here, right here, just right here, right on the little ramp, because it's a ramp slope back here, and so you can see my head poking over.
Yeah, I can.
And I can take pictures from here.
I think I would prefer to go further west towards Davis behind the courthouse. I just don't know how big that wall actually is, but I know there's benches you'd be able to stand on. Because then you'd have like
those,
this perfect angle.
Weasel News cameras, and just put it on the little dome cameras that have the zoom function on them, and just put them right there.
Not wrong.
I had one up on the parking lot itself, on this little brown section on the left. I had one up there. I had one up there steadily for like a month straight, and nobody ever messed with it because it blended in so well with the aesthetic.
I feel like there's 3, in my opinion, really common public garages. Well, 4. Obviously, the Palomino Apartments. Here, the docks, which is a very away from everything one, and Mirror Park by the tavern.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that almost works.
And you don't move. If you just don't move,
I think you get spotted. I think you get spotted when people are leaving through this way. But yeah, no, genuinely, I was shocked. Genuinely shocked. But no, that would never work. But I stand by what I said. Actually, sitting here, and this, look, it drops down here a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like people wouldn't notice. Actually, if you stay on this side of the tree, people in the
roads, I'm not even kidding you. I've stood with highlighter blue jacket on, just standing in the parking lot with the camera, obviously, like the flashing camera pointed obviously directly at them, and they still didn't notice.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I drove right here and I didn't see you. That's actually absurd. Anyways, back to you know, the apartment. It's not that bad, Barrett, for 414 grand when bitches wanted over 2 mil for a Roy Lowe house.
Yeah, people were.
If it was above market, I would say, yeah, that's absolute ass, and I wouldn't have even considered it. But at market,
somebody's selling a house in there for $5 million right now.
Where?
I was like, what? It was on Twitter earlier today.
What the fuck? Where at?
I was like, you guys are fucking crazy, like on Bros or something.
And listen, I'm just saying, I know who I can sell this to in the event where I get like a house at Mirror Park or something. You know who I saw the other day? And by saw on Twitter?
Who?
OTT.
Ain't no
and he
way.
said, I'm homeless buying a house. I'm just saying, I guarantee I could get that apartment sold with the quickness.
Oh man, tourism's picking up again. All these people come flying back in desperate because they realize they can't make it outside of the state. You know, there was actually a line to get on the train yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
I had to wait for more than half an hour stuck in line at the train
Bear,
station.
in this economy, 414 grand for a shoebox at this point would work.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. You're really not wrong that you got a good deal on it. Although I have questions about how he acquired that.
All I know is that it was Cassidy's, and Cassidy gave it to Ventura. Ventura actually can't transfer it to me yet because it was transferred within the past 7 days. I didn't realize you could not transfer properties back to back within a 7-day period.
Yeah, there's some protections involved for that. You know, people being like, I'm gonna get raided. Well, I need to transfer this off to you so I don't get raided. Oh, I sold the property. It's no longer mine
well, the thing is, they
anymore.
can do that
Just give it
though.
back now.
It's just they'd have to wait 7 days, but 7 days really isn't like that long in the grand scheme of things.
Well, you know, it doesn't seem that long, especially whenever it takes, you know, fucking 3 days for DOJ to review a search warrant, and just to tell you, oh, I'm not accepting this one, so you have to go another 3 days, and well, my 72-hour hold's over because it took 3 days for the DOJ to look at my fucking warrant.
Ooh. Awkward.
Yeah, sorry, that was inappropriate, unprofessional ranting.
Are you okay?
I'm full of a lot of no. I'm not okay. I'm not okay, Rhodes.
Did you go for? Okay. Is there a list of people who are going for the director position?
There's not like a posted list, but I know the 5 people who have, including myself.
Who's that?
Kyle Pred.
Okay.
Quentin Quantum.
Who's that?
Jackson Bones. Quentin Quantum. He was an old DOC command guy. He's a goofball and a moron. He's not getting it. He left when Scotty left.
Interesting.
Jackson Bones, who I don't really know who that is. And Barrick.
Barrick?
Yeah, the judge.
No, there's no shot.
Yeah, he's applying for it.
What is wrong with him?
What do you mean?
Why does he subject himself to... I don't get it. He was arguably put in the worst position ever, being the chief of police at that specific period in time in which, despite being the chief, he wasn't really making the decisions, okay? And that was ass. But to then leave the department and become a judge and try going for mayor and now director of the marshals? Why does he
put Barrick
do this?
in charge? So the governor visited a little while back, you know,
Uh-huh.
K Oil, and he brought up the idea, unprompted from us. He brought up the idea that the SASM should be separated from the Department of Justice. We should be our own independent entity.
I think that's valid.
And of course, I think it's valid too. And the mayors agreed, and I agree, but the justices didn't agree. And I brought up, you know, it seems pretty legitimate because right now, when you look at how DOJ has been operating, the justices are all 3 branches of government. They are judicial, they are legislative, and executive. And by separating us out, they lose that executive power. And man, they lost it. They've been making all kinds of crap up about it. And then even in my interview, they'll admit, they're like, do you have any questions for us? And I was like, do you ever see a positive environment where SASM is separated from the DOJ? And their response was, well, they won't have any funding if they do that.
Huh?
Yeah, they threatened to pull our funds to be able to bankrupt us if we try to separate from the DOJ.
Hi, Flippy.
And you know, if they choose Barrick, it's because Barrick was everyone was thinking Barrick was their front runner for the next justice pick. And you know, it's weird they haven't chosen a new justice, right? Well, you know what? Who would be a fantastic choice for someone who they thought was going to be a justice? Right when they think they're about to lose their grip on SASM, well then why don't we just appoint our own judge into that position and maintain that control of SASM?
I mean, I can see where you're coming from regarding that, but Barrick sort of like...
The timing is too incredible.
I mean, yes, I agree.
they've been needing to appoint a new justice for a long
months.
time,
Oh, sorry, I
and
thought
everybody's
director.
been talking about it. And now it's well, we're gonna hold off the justice appointment until we figure out the director appointment. Man, don't tell me that timing ain't just way too coincidental. It's too coincidental the fact that it can't be a coincidence.